Imagine a crisp January morning in 2024. Princess Catherine arrives at a private London clinic, confident that her scheduled abdominal procedure is routine. Friends and palace staff expected nothing beyond the usual recovery period. Yet, as the weeks passed, her conspicuous absence from public view ignited a storm of concern. Whispers grew louder. Had complications arisen? Was there a hidden crisis behind the palace gates? And crucially, why wasn't the palace saying more? By late February, speculation had evolved into full-blown conspiracy. Social media feeds teemed with wild theories. That Catherine's surgery had gone wrong, that she was in secret treatment abroad, even that she might never return. Commentators on daytime talk shows dissected every possible scenario, while celebrity pundits lent unfounded credence to rumors. But through it all, the palace maintained a steadfast silence, until March 22, when Catherine herself shattered the hush with a single Instagram post. "I've been diagnosed with cancer," she wrote, her voice both steady and achingly personal. In those few lines, she revealed why she'd stayed out of sight: to protect her 3 young children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, from fear and confusion. "William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our family," she explained. She described the painstaking process of preparing her children for her illness, choosing words and moments with care so they would understand, and so she could reassure them she would be okay. In that instant, the narrative shifted. Public worry was replaced by admiration for her candor, and a wave of genuine support swept in, from school friends, charity partners, and global fans alike. But here's where the plot thickens. Later that year, in November 2024, an unexpected rebuke came from an unlikely source: Sky News reporter Rhiannon Mills. In a hurried broadcast, Mills suggested that Catherine's doctors had only discovered precancerous cells, not full-blown malignancy. Within hours, conspiracy theorists seized on those remarks, accusing the palace of staging a sympathy campaign. Online, hashtags like #FakeDiagnosis trended as skeptics demanded proof. Did Catherine really face cancer? Or was it all a carefully orchestrated story to bolster the monarchy's image? The uproar tested the palace's communication strategy as never before. Yet, even amid fresh skepticism, Catherine remained resolute. With characteristic grace, she continued her treatment, engaging in virtual meetings with hospital staff and charity leaders. Finally, in January 2025, she shared the news the world had been praying for: remission. Her Instagram announcement brimmed with relief and gratitude, celebrating the dedication of her medical team while acknowledging the emotional toll of the journey. "This chapter is closing," she wrote, "and I look forward to whatever lies ahead." In the comments, thousands of supporters sent messages of triumph, proof that, despite doubt, authentic human courage had won the day. But remember that Catherine's cancer battle is only one thread in a tapestry woven with both triumphs and tensions. Over the past year, another drama has gripped the Windsors: the widening rift between Prince William and his younger brother, Prince Harry. Once inseparable as children, playing hide-and-seek in palace corridors, sharing jokes in public appearances, the brothers now stand on opposite sides of a growing divide. It all came to a head in May 2025, when Harry granted an emotional BBC interview about his recent legal battle over security rights when visiting the UK. "I'm devastated," Harry told the camera, his voice raw. "Not so much about the loss itself, but about the people behind the decision, feeling as though this is okay." Then, almost in the same breath, he voiced a longing to heal family wounds. The contradiction was striking and, to William, felt like salt on a fresh cut. Sources say William regarded Harry's public airing of grievances as a direct challenge to the family's unity, forcing him to take a firmer stance than he ever imagined he would need. Caught in the middle is Catherine, who palace insiders describe as a peacemaker by nature. She recognizes the pain behind Harry's words, She understands what it's like to feel marginalized or misjudged. Yet she also empathizes with William's need to protect the monarchy's stability. According to one source, Catherine has privately lobbied senior royal figures to extend compassion to Harry, even as she supports William's decision to limit media commentary on royal affairs. Kate's torn, the insider confided. She's frustrated by how far things have fallen apart, yet determined to help her family find common ground. But let's rewind for a moment, because Catherine's journey through criticism and controversy stretches back years. In 2019, when gossip site In Touch published salacious claims that William had an affair with the couple's friend Rose Hanbury, Nigel Farage-level uproar ensued. The tabloids gleefully echoed the rumors, until William's legal team issued warnings, and the story vanished almost as quickly as it appeared. Even so, friends say Catherine felt wounded by the insinuations. She hates the idea that her children might read such things online, one confidant told Us Weekly at the time. That episode reinforced Catherine's long-held belief that every rumor, no matter how baseless, chips away at the dignity she strives to maintain. And then came the revelations in Prince Harry's 2023 memoir, Spare, a book that sent shockwaves through the family. Harry painted Catherine in two unflattering scenes, first, as the mastermind behind his ill-fated choice to don a Nazi costume in 2005, then as the instigator of tears in Meghan Markle on the eve of Harry's wedding. In Harry's version, it was Catherine who reduced Meghan to tears, not the other way around. He even published text exchanges between the two women, turning private messages into public spectacle. For Catherine, the memoir dredged up painful memories of her own school days. As a new student at the elite Down House, she endured relentless bullying, excluded from cliques, teased for living at home, and ranked the lowest in a demeaning beauty score tradition at Marlborough College. Now, decades later, she found herself portrayed as the instigator of someone else's tears. Of course, one scandal stands out above all: that summer day in 2012 when Catherine, supposed to be enjoying private time on a French chateau's lawn, was photographed sunbathing topless. The images appeared first in La Provence, crossing into French tabloids, though British papers respectfully refrained from reprinting them. The incident sparked international debate about privacy rights, and even drew commentary from Donald Trump. "It's terrible what they did," he said on Fox and Friends. "But how can you do a thing so stupid?" Catherine and William responded with legal action, ultimately winning £91,000 in damages. For Catherine, the court victory was more than monetary; it was a statement that even royals deserve the same protections against intrusion as any private citizen. Yet, through every trial, medical, familial, or media-driven, Catherine's composure and commitment to service have shone through. Her patronages span from early childhood education to mental health initiatives, and even conservation projects in the Galapagos Islands. Throughout her treatment, she remained fashionably discreet, sometimes arranging surprise video calls with hospital volunteers, or sending hand-picked bedtime stories to sick children in London hospitals. These small acts of kindness remind us that, behind the headlines, there's a woman deeply invested in helping others, even while grappling with her own fears. Looking ahead, Catherine's path is both clear and fraught with nuance. As she ramps up her public engagements, each appearance will carry extra weight. Observers will watch for every flicker of fatigue, every intentional smile. Will she use her platform to champion cancer awareness on an even larger scale? Can she help mend the chasm between William and Harry, perhaps by inviting them to shared family projects that spotlight unity rather than discord? And what of Meghan and Harry's ongoing distance? Will Catherine extend a hand of reconciliation there as well? Or will past memoir wounds keep the door firmly closed? For you, our viewers, the intrigue lies not in the crowns or the gilded trappings, but in the human moments that unite us all, facing illness, navigating sibling rivalry, protecting family bonds, and standing up to invasive scrutiny. Princess Catherine's story is a reminder that, even in a palace, the heart can be fragile, the spirit resilient, and the journey unpredictable. Stay with us as we continue to follow Catherine's inspiring return to royal duties, the evolving dynamics between the princes, and every heartfelt gesture that shapes this modern monarchy. Because in the end, the most compelling stories aren't written in history books. They are lived by people who, despite privilege, endure the same trials as we do. And when you see Catherine standing tall under the palace chandeliers once more, you'll know there's a deeper narrative of courage, compassion, and unwavering resolve behind those poised smiles.